Hi, good morning, my astro-conscious viewers. Good morning very much. This is your Renzi from Astro-Conscious, and today we are going to see about karma through astrology. How we can understand, how we can get a good life through following some systems in our life through astrological, Vedic astrology, any astrology. Okay, we don't want a board for that, so that's why I'm not using the board today. When you analyzing astrology, you need to understand where is your lagna, the rising ascendant in the eastern horizon. Check that one and take that one. In a different varieties of apps is available for the Vedic astrology or any sort of astrology. Please understand that and take your ascendant, your lagna, not the moon ascendant, not the sun ascendant. I'm always telling you, okay? Take the rising ascendant in the eastern horizon or the lagna and understand where is your Saturn deposited. Means sometimes the Saturn is deposited maybe in from your first house to the fourth house. Okay, maybe fourth house, maybe that is eighth house, maybe fifth house, maybe 10th house, doesn't matter. Okay, wherever your Saturn is deposited, that is the biggest karma you need to finish in this life. Okay, for example, an Aries ascendant person, that person got Saturn in the 5th house of Leo. Okay, 5th house of Leo. So what is the biggest karma that person is have to follow in this life is related to the 5th house, first preference. Okay, 5th house, what is 5th house? Children, creativity, ancestors' happiness, and love affairs. You need to be polite to the love affairs. You need to be look after your kids on responsibility, duties, and everything. Do not do anything wrong in that house. It will create a double karma. You need to understand wherever Saturn is sitting, that house is need to analyze properly, and you have to take more steps to release their karma on doing proper action on that particular house significations. Please understand. Okay, so what is next? This Saturn may be sitting with another planet or another another planet, of course, another planet or in different star, deposited in different star. For example, this Saturn is sitting with maybe Mercury. Just think like that. Okay, this 5th house, same Saturn is sitting in the 5th house, but at the same time combination with the Mercury. So now what is the karma? You need to analyze that way. That's why I'm telling to you to understand. This is the way we have to calculate our karma and each things in an astrological chart. So what is here? Saturn and Mercury here. So what do you need to do? You need to understand 5th house is, you need to look after the 5th house more important. What are the signification important? And what are the significations of Saturn? You have to finish that. You need to be polite to the people, to the laborers, to the lower class people, and give justice. Very important to Saturn. Very important. Justice, karma, duty, responsibility. Very, very important. Wherever Saturn is deposited, and he is sitting with the Mercury, that means Mercury signification added. Mercury's house is also added. That means for an Aries ascendant, 3rd house and the 6th house. That means siblings area, your lower education area, your communication need to be polite more, understanding more, do the correct karma on 3rd house and 6th house and the previous one, the 5th house, and the Saturn signification and Mercury signification. Okay. So now, this Saturn may be deposited in a different nakshatra or a star like Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, whatever. Need to look the lord of that particular star deposited in the which house of your chart. Maybe in the 12th house, maybe 10th house. This Saturn and Mercury. Okay, so before we got a 3 because of Mercury, 6 because of Mercury, and 5 because of Saturn. Now you're thinking about what degree of Saturn deposited, that degree, a particular star or nakshatra is there, that nakshatra lord, where that nakshatra lord is sitting. Okay, then you have to get that particular house also have to be added. So this Aries ascendant, this particular person have to finish the karma in this lifetime according to his Saturn position in the 5th house and the combination planet of Mercury's house 3rd and 6th and 5 and the nakshatra lord of Saturn and Mercury lord. Even if it is sitting in the 10th house and the 8th house, that means need to add a 5th house and the 8th house. That is your whole karma. Okay. Whenever Saturn is transiting from one house to the another house. For example, now Saturn sitting according to the Vedic astrology is in Capricorn. Capricorn is his own house. 10th house of the normal universal wheel of time. So that means a normal astrological chart, Capricorn is the 10th house. He is sitting in his own house. That means he is not sitting in the particular house, in the space as well as the genes through our karma, right? So what is going to happen? He is the karma lord and sitting in the karma position of 2.5 years over there. And that position in the world, whoever doing wrong things to the karma, particular to the Capricorn position, will affect their life later. That's the reality of justice of Saturn or the universe towards you or towards me. So what we have to do? We don't want to think about too much about Saturn sitting or too much about where this nakshatra sitting. We can simply go in each house responsibility on proper way, then you don't affect too much. Only your previous karma or genetic karma only, not in this life karma. How? If any of your chart, the first house of your birth chart of rising ascendant in the eastern horizon or Lagna position, the first house means that's your Lagna, that's your physical body, your brain, yourself. That means what is your karma there, your action. Your action for that particular house in the first house means you need to look after yourself, your health, your well-being, your happiness. You need to understand yourself, who you are. These sort of things you need to do properly. You don't get any karma position in that house. Then the second house, your family, your talk, right? Your money, your financial things. If you're handling everything proper, on proper responsibility and duty, on right way of the law of nature of the universe, you will not get any problem in the after karma on the present life. Third, what is your responsibility? Third house responsibility. Your siblings, your communication, your creativity, your lower education, these sort of things and everything. If you're doing proper way on duty and responsibility, on right way of the justice of the law of the nature, what happened? No karma affected. Fourth house, your mom, your house, your luxuries, your comfort zone. You're doing the right way of the karma of each house. If you don't, I can't get 12th house now because it's boring. You can find out what is the significations of first house in astrology. You will get from Google. Doesn't matter. I don't want that. I don't want to explain to you. That is easy from Google. You can get it, right? So find out. First house, signification. Second house, signification. Third house, up to 12th house. Write it down and think and analyze. Is I'm doing that duties and responsibility? I'm not telling 100%. The most according to your situation. The most according to your situation. When you finished your karma, this Saturn moving from transit to one house to the another will not affect a very great way in your 8th house transition or a Sade Shadi or that sort of situation will not affect that much, because he reduced because he is the king of justice, king of the universal justice. So what he is doing, if you doing proper way in this your present karma, he will not touch that. He touched only his previous. Suppose that means if you're going to get a 90% of bad effects or something in a particular time, you will not get that. You will reduce to 50 of that. So that means only maybe 20 or 30% of previous karma, or maybe your like your genes, whatever your ancestors done, and you got that kind of karma, you need to finish it. That you need to finish it. But the present karma, at least you have to, and you don't pass that karma to your next gen. That's the biggest thing. Okay, so please understand, these are the things according to the karma's situation, actions, and duty and responsibility according to the Vedic astrology or any type of astrology in the world. Have to analyze, and practically we have to use it in our life. And my please dear viewers, understand and practice in your life, and please subscribe and share the channel. See you later. Bye bye.